Hey guys, I am back for another video, and I'm sure as you can tell by the title that we lost our baby. So the day after I uploaded my first pregnancy vlog, I was at work, sitting at my desk, and I felt like I had, some extra discharge or CM, so I ran to the restroom, and there happened to be some light pink blood. And I wasn't freaking out quite yet, just because it was just a little and it was very light. But I went back again later and it got darker pink. And then I went back again later and it was dark red. So I called my doctor and spoke to the nurse, and they told me that my first beta had come back and it was only at a 36, which was really low. And so she said for any type of bleeding, they try and get you in immediately for more blood work. So I'm bawling my eyes out. I go tell my supervisor what's going on, and she lets me leave or whatever. And so I meet my mother at the hospital, and I'm just bawling because I know that that was the end right there. So I went back, I get my blood drawn, and they tell me that I can call my doctor around 2 o'clock to get the results. So I waited and waited and waited, and then at 2 o'clock I called. And the nurse couldn't tell me what my HCG level was because the doctor had to sign off on it, and they hadn't quite yet. But she did tell me that they had went down, and that she believed I was miscarrying, and that I needed to take it easy. And that was it. She got off the phone with me. But she did tell me the doctor would call me in 15 minutes. The doctor did not end up calling me till like 4:30. So I had fallen asleep from crying and everything. So the doctor calls, and she tells me that my level was at a 13. So I went from 36 to 13 in 2 days. So I was barely pregnant, or the baby barely, you know what I mean? It was probably just a chemical pregnancy where it implanted enough to make the hormone, but not enough for the baby to live. You know what I mean? Like to grow, actually. So my husband and I just laid in bed and cried until we fell back to sleep. And then I woke up around 6 o'clock with really intense cramping. So up until that point, I'd only had really light cramps, like nothing terrible. And then at 6 o'clock, they were so bad. And then at 7:40, I went to use the restroom. And when I wiped, there was a little tissuey type thing, which I did take a photo of to show my doctor and everything. But it was just really tiny. It looks like maybe what it would have been the sac had it survived or something like that. I don't know. I was 5 weeks and 6 days the day that I miscarried, but I don't know when the baby stopped growing, so I don't know how far along the little thing actually was. But regardless, it's only been about a week and a half since it happened, and we've already told all the family members that we lost the baby, that we had told that we were pregnant. And it's been really hard. The first 3 days I took off of work and just laid around crying, and like, it would be weird. Like, I would wake up happy, and then as soon as I remember what happened, I would be inconsolable. So, I mean, as bad as it sounds, I know it's only been a week and a half, but I feel so much better. I feel more at peace with it, and I just can't wait to start trying again. And then as far as actually miscarrying, the first day it was like a medium flow, second day was a light flow, and then I had spotting for 2 days, and I have had nothing since, so I'm guessing that it's all over and done with. And I did have a blood draw last Monday, because I have to get them done every Monday for 3 weeks to make sure my levels go back to 0, and my level has already went back down to less than 1. So I'm super not pregnant. But that's okay, because then that means that we can get back to trying sooner. My doctor wants us to wait 2 cycles, but I don't want to wait 2 cycles. There is no scientific evidence that proves that waiting longer will increase your chances of having a healthier pregnancy later. So, we're supposed to not have sex for 3 weeks, but we kind of already have twice. I know. But regardless, I'd already stopped bleeding. There was no pain or anything, so I'm going to take that as it was okay. But my doctor's appointment is December 8th for the doctor to check everything out, make sure that nothing has been damaged and all that fun stuff, and to talk about what's next. I think that I have low progesterone, so I'm going to ask her to check my levels and make sure that that is not the reason as to why I lost the baby, because I feel like that might be, because even my periods are not very long or heavy. My miscarriage wasn't heavy, and then I also have short luteal phases, normally about 9 days, which isn't very long at all. So I'm going to talk to her about that, and on that day she should clear us to have sex again, and around that day or the day before or after my appointment, kind of around there, is when I should be ovulating. So we will probably be trying. I know some people may not agree with that, but it's my life and my body, and I'm sure any woman who's had a miscarriage can attest to this. As soon as you lose a baby, all you want to do is try again. Or maybe it's just me. But currently, I guess we're in cycle 4, if you count the miscarriage as a period, which it acted just like a period. It was just it was a chemical pregnancy. Had I not been tracking, I may not have even known I was pregnant. But I should be like cycle day 14, expecting to ovulate around cycle day 21 to 23. So we'll see. I'm continuing to take my prenatals. I haven't been temping this cycle just because I was waiting on my HCG level to go back to 0, because I did not want higher progesterone from being pregnant to affect it. So I'm taking off of temping for the rest of cycle 4, and then we will start temping again on cycle 5. So yeah, I'm just really excited to go see my doctor, like I said, December 11th. So if you guys have any questions that I should ask my doctor that you wish you had asked your doctor, or things I should look out for now that I have miscarried, or anything like that, just let me know, you know. So I just thought I'd come on here and let you guys know how things have been going, and yeah, I look forward to watching all of your pregnancy journeys and your trying to conceive journeys. So thank you for sticking around. Bye, guys.